one of the most amazing abilities that you have as a human being happens every day, in everyday conversations. Now, it's not in what you say, it's in what you don't say. To pause or not to pause? That is the question. Now, this pause that I'm referring to is the time that you take to speak in your turn in a conversation. Now, it's a slight silence, it's a little tiny pause, but it's important. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to share with you how to tap into that power and why you should pause more often. But this all happens very quickly, so I want to give you a little bit of backstory on some things that happen quickly. Usain Bolt, running top speed, takes him 0.8 seconds to run 10 meters. A honeybee flaps its wings 100 times, it only takes half a second. And for me, to spin around like this, takes approximately 0.3 seconds. Now, there's been some global linguistics research, and they've studied and measured the time of this pause. And the time of this pause is faster than Usain Bolt, it's faster than honeybees, and it's faster than my 360 spin. It is 0.2 seconds. 0.2 seconds! Now, what's crazy about this is that the average time it takes for us as a human to take a word, retrieve it from memory, and then share it in a conversation takes 0.6 seconds. So do you see what's happening here? In the conversations that you are having, the person that you're talking to is actually coming up with what they're going to say while you're still talking. So in actuality, it's not really a pause as much as it is a pounce. I see you pouncers out there. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of times I feel like I'm on Jeopardy most of the time. Somebody asks a question, and everybody's ready, and they go trying to chirp in to be the first one to answer the conversation. I've realized that conversations don't have to be competitions. Okay? You can put the clicker down. Now, instead of this instinct to pounce, what if you instead paused? Now, not a long pause. Could be awkward, right? Okay. But if you resist this instinctual urge to pounce, you're not going to cut somebody off. What if that person wasn't finished with what they were saying? What if their thought process hadn't fully developed? What if that big idea, you didn't give them a chance to have that idea? So this is why the pause is so powerful. Now, how do you tap into the power of this pause? Well, it's easy. You just give more pause more often. And what does that look like? It looks like having an idea and being able to communicate it. But ideation has to have pause for it to materialize. What does it look like in real life? It happens in everyday conversations that you have at work, at home, and at play. It's hidden in opportunity everywhere. Now, pausing can look like simply listening just a little bit longer. It can be blinking your eyes a few times before you reply. It's listening to your loved one actually finish their thoughts. Listening to their whole day without pouncing in. Now, there are really very little things that we can control in this world, especially nowadays. And it's totally frustrating. I feel it. But the one thing you can control, is the time you choose to take before you choose to speak. Think of it as giving the gift of letting people finish their thoughts. Now, I like to think of pause as giving you more time to think. And this pause is so slight, the person you're talking to likely isn't even going to know. In fact, it's better if they don't. Because what happens is that pausing acts as conversation lubrication for your brain. And what it does is it allows you to focus on the person talking. Now, I know this is a crazy concept, but it's okay to actually listen to what people are saying. Okay? My favorite thing about pauses is that they're everywhere. And they're free. Watch this. I'm going to give you guys one real quick. Okay, now you guys give me one real quick. Wow. You guys are good. Now, the problem that you're going to find with the pause, because it works so well, is that if you give pause to somebody who already talks a lot, they're just going to keep talking and talking. You give them a few extra 100 flaps of the honeybee's wings, and they will talk until the honey is done. But fear not. There's also research that shows that there is a direct correlation between the amount of time that somebody talks and their positive feelings towards you in a conversation. So give them pause, let them talk, and they will love you for it. My challenge to you is to tap into this power of the pause. It could be as simple as smiling. It could be a nod. Purse your lips, maybe. Or just don't say anything. And I want you to realize that when you do this, you'll be able to connect more often, and more meaningful ways. And it's not the size of the pause that matters. It's the thought that counts. So give more pause more often. Thank you.